of my joy. All that's good and perfect comes from you. Won't you help me say that? You're the heart of my contentment. Oh, for all I do, Jesus, you're the center of my joy. Can you say that one more time? Jesus, Jesus. You're why I find pleasure of the simple things in life. You're the music and the mellows and the strings, the voices of the children. I know some of y'all might not understand that. Thank God for ministering in such a powerful, powerful way. Amen. Matthew the 21st chapter, verses 8 through 11. I want to ask you a question on today. It is Palm Sunday. And I want to ask the question, what palms are you waving?
Say so, man. All right.
What palms are you waving? Bless you, ushers. Thank you so much. What palms are you waving? Because it seems to be that on this Sunday, and you know, if you were here at 7:30 service, you just go ahead and enjoy the ride, because Pastor Mills preached the same thing, and that's just confirmation. But if you were here at 7:30 service, Pastor Mills talked about the palms that we used to do back in the day. You know, we from up north, so in Detroit, you know, we had to order palms from down in Florida, and they ship them up there for Palm Sunday. But then down here, you got people just cut down palms in the backyard with palm trees everywhere. People used to have the palms, and they give you a pin, and you put them on in the form of the cross. Y'all remember that back in the day? But we have gotten away from that somehow, and we have distorted the meaning of what the palms actually represent. So we have before us this morning this book of Matthew, and as we approach the resurrection of a risen king, most people today have little first-hand knowledge of a genuine monarch. Yet those who hold the title of king or queen in modern societies are often just rulers in name only. Having little, if any, governmental power or responsibility. An elaborate coronation is often the only notice they will ever have of any consequence. But until modern times, the coronation of a monarch involved the display of a great splendor and pageantry. Yet the king would be dressed in the most expensive robes and jewels, and would be driven through his capital city in an ornate carriage drawn by stately horses. Accompanying him would be his courtiers and foreign dignitaries, and following that would be a large retinue of the nation's finest soldiers, and even the high-ranking religious leaders would also participate. And at the climax of the events, the king would be presented with a scepter. And would stand on the sacred stone to participate in some other ritual signifying the transfer of power and authority in his hands. Musicians would play and sing, and folk would be dancing, and the crowds would break into spontaneous choruses. And even praises to their song. Every part of the ceremony was designed to highlight the majesty, glory, power, and dignity of the king. These verses which we've read for your hearing this afternoon portrays the most significant coronation the world has yet seen. But it was a coronation in marked contrast to the kind that we just described. For this was the true coronation of the true king. He was affirmed as king and was, in a sense, inaugurated, Jesus we're talking about, into his kingship. But if you notice, if you read the text carefully, beginning at verse 1, that was no pomp and no splendor. And no nondescript sort of pageantry. And then we look, and traditionally this coronation has been called Jesus' triumphal entry. It was his last major public appearance before his crucifixion, and was an extremely important event in his divine ministry on earth. An event that is frequently dramatized. You know how we have Easter plays and all of those things, but folk don't really study it carefully. And it's not understood for its true significance. Today we come to the beginning of what we call Holy Week. This for the Christians or Christ followers, my brothers and sisters, is the most special week of the year. Hence it is called Holy Week. It's a week when we walk with Jesus through events that would lead up to his eventual crucifixion on Good Friday, and then his resurrection on early Easter morning. It is during this week especially that we see the shadow of the cross being cast over every event that follows. Without this week in history, there would be no church. Are y'all in here today? For Jesus' followers would have simply just died out. Without this week in Christ's death and resurrection, there would be no possibility of personal transformation. Without this week, there would be no promise of or forgiveness of sins of the past, or hope and strength for the future. So this week, my brothers and sisters, is a very special in Christian thought and worship.